A very warm good morning to all of you. Dear students, I welcome you all in digital class of biology. Dear students, as you all know that we are studying chapter Plant Kingdom, and today we will study its last division, that is division angiosperm. I hope so that you all are ready. But before that, I would like to motivate you all with the beautiful sayings of Lord Krishna. डियर स्टूडेंट, लॉर्ड कृष्णा सेज दैट प्रार्थना हमें ऐसे करनी चाहिए जैसे कि सब कुछ ईश्वर पर ही निर्भर हो, और काम हमें ऐसे करने चाहिए जैसे कि सब कुछ हम पर ही निर्भर हो. Dear students, I am sure that there is no need to explain anything, okay? You have to do your karma with full devotion. Okay? Just with this, I would like to start with my today's topic, that is kingdom planting, and in this we will study about angiosperm. Student, what are these angiosperm? Okay, these are the advanced division of the flowering plant. I can say the most complex division of the flowering plant, because in this now we can see the true root shoot system. Understood? Student, these angiosperms are primarily those plants which are adapted to the terrestrial habitat, that is that they can live for their whole life on the land. They don't need water for their sexual reproduction. Okay, yeah, they need water for making food from the soil, okay, but they don't need actual aquatic environment. If I talk about the smallest angiosperm, dear student, Wolffia is the smallest angiosperm, whose size is 1 millimeter in size, and largest angiosperm is your eucalyptus, which grow to the height of 100 meter. Okay, as I've told you earlier only that angiosperms are the most complex division of the flowering plant, because they have root, stem and leaves. Along with those things, angiosperm also consist of flowers, fruits and seeds. Clear? Also students, they have well developed vascular tissue. What does it mean? It means, student, that they consist of xylem and phloem. Okay, if I talk about xylem, they shows vessel or tracheae, okay, for the transportation of water from soil to the shoot system, whereas phloem consists of seed tubes and companion cells. Student, if I talk about the alternation of generation in angiosperm, it consists of two phases, that is sporophytic and gametophytic. Okay, first I'll start with the sporophytic, that consists of the whole plant. Okay, that whole plant, it contains two male and female part. Okay, male part is your stamen and female part is your pistil. Okay, then further you can see that this anther contain microsporangium. Yes or no? This, and these microsporangium, they contain microspore. These microspore further they will form microspore. Okay, and these microspore, okay, they will dry up and then they will divide into 4 pollen grain. These 4 pollen grain, student, these 4 pollen grain, they will deposit on the stigma, okay, where they will fuse with the egg. Okay, and when they will fuse, that process is known as fertilization, and it will form zygote. Zygote will take nourishment from the endosperm, okay, and then finally it will form embryo, and this embryo will again form sporophyte. Okay, alternation of generation means there would be variation in the generation. One is sporophytic and other is your gametophytic generation. Gametophytic generation is your haploid, that is Y N, whereas sporophytic generation is diploid, that is 2N. I hope so that you all are getting. Students, if I talk about double fertilization in your angiosperm, this is very important topic in this. What happens, student, in double fertilization? Okay, this is your pistil. This is your pistil. Okay, this pistil consists of embryo sac. Okay, this is your embryo sac, and embryo sac consists of your egg, polar nuclei and antipodal cells. Clear? Then after that, what happen? your male gametes will come. Okay, male gametes will come and then they will fuse with the egg. One male gamete will fuse with egg and other male gamete they will fuse with the polar nuclei. Okay, when one male gamete will fuse with egg, it will form zygote, whereas another male gamete it will fuse with polar nuclei to form endosperm. Okay, so there are two types of fertilization taking place. Okay, one is known as syngamy, when your one male gamete fuse with egg, and second is your triple fusion, when another male gamete it is fusing with two nuclei of polar nuclei. Okay, or I can say polar cell, and from these endosperm zygote will take nourishment and will form embryo. Okay, as we can see in this. Okay, I hope so that the thing is clear to you, and finally it will form seed. Student, further your angiosperm it is of two types, that is dicotyledon and monocotyledon. Okay, as the name suggests, di means two cotyledon and mono means one cotyledon. Dicotyledon it has taproot system, whereas monocotyledon they has adventitious root system. In the case of your dicotyledonous, stem is profusely branched, whereas in case of a monocotyledon, stems are unbranched. In this reticulate venation is there. Reticulate means network like. Okay, whereas in case of a monocotyledon, parallel is there. Parallel means like this. In case of your dicotyledonous, flowers show tetramerous or pentamerous symmetry, whereas in case of a monocotyledons they show trimerous symmetry, means they will be in the multiplication of 3, 6, 9. Okay, whereas in case of your dicotyledonous they will be 4, 8. Okay, next vascular bundle is conjoint collateral, whereas in case of a monocotyledons they are conjoint collateral and closed. Okay, closed means there will be the presence of cambium. Okay, about cambium we will study when we will study about the internal structure of your flowering plants. Okay, then here if cambium, okay, there is secondary growth is absent, and whereas in case of your dicotyledonous secondary growth is present. Okay, so student, last thing is there, if I talk about the life cycle, it consists of three: haplodiplontic and diplontic. Okay, what happen in case of a haplontic? Okay, the dominant photosynthetic phase in which plant is the free living known as haploid gametophyte. Okay, and this kind of life cycle is termed as haplontic, where your dominant phase is haploid gametophytic. Okay, and this kind of life cycle occur in your algae such as Volvox and Spirogyra. If I talk about haplodiplontic, as you can see here students, that your gametophytic and sporophytic, okay, life cycle they are almost of equal size. Okay, so they will be haplodiplontic and they found, okay, in your different plants. In case of your diploid sporophyte, here dominant phase it is totally independent upon your gametophytic phase. Okay, and this is known as diplontic, and this occur in your gymnosperm and angiosperm. As you can see here, also see this blue color structure. Okay, this sporophyte stage is dominant, whereas gametophytic phase is not dominant. Okay, that is why it is occupying the small part of the life cycle of your angiosperm and gymnosperm. So with this student we have finished the chapter plant kingdom. I hope so that you have understood, but if still there is any query, please feel free to call me. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.